hit, I call it dinged, you know, which I didn't count as concussions, but those are the ones where, you know, you just try to run Kevin Mack up the middle, and by about 60, 90 seconds, and the smelling salts help you kind of come around.
But today, there's hope.
I really thought it was like a gift from God, you know, to be able to find this and to feel like this, and really to see the brain trauma and the concussions and all these symptoms basically just going away.
Kosar is teaming up with Dr. Rick Spanagle, who runs a Tampa-based wellness center, on what he calls his groundbreaking treatment. He claims he is reversing Bernie's brain injuries by reversing the blood flow in the former quarterback's brain, a brain that he equates to being in a car accident.
The difference in folks is the car accident's a one-time deal when the head goes through the windshield. And Bernie had to head through the windshield every Sunday.
And Bernie says he now wants to help other NFL players that are suffering from head injuries as well. And doctors we talked to say head injuries is a real concern, not just for football players, but all athletes.
It's not just limited to professional players. It's anybody in any sport, and particularly the developing brain may be at greater risk from concussion. So we're worried about high school players and college players, not just football players, but soccer players who may hit the ball with their head, hockey, basketball, cheerleading. Almost any sport carries a risk of a head injury.
And last summer, you may recall, 2,000 former NFL players sued the NFL, claiming the league misled them for decades on the risks of brain injury. The league says it makes player safety a top priority, but this, of course, is a growing problem. Bernie said he's not part of that NFL lawsuit, but he said, you know, he at least had a dozen documented concussions, many, many more, he thinks, that were not diagnosed. He said, you know, they come to the sidelines, give him the smelling salt, or give him the finger test, and he's back in.
That was really shocking to hear. We're all rooting for Bernie, and there have been some public occasions where people have really wondered what was going on with him, most recently in early December.
You may recall,
talk about that?
He did a radio interview here in Cleveland. He was down in Florida. Many people listening to it thought he was drinking, really thought he was drunk. We asked him about that today. He said, no, not at all. He goes, I thought I sounded fine. Wasn't drinking at all, but he blamed it on the head injury.
Wow.
That's how it is, Pretty powerful.
I think we are just starting to get a better understanding of the damage that these kinds of hits cause.
Yeah, and he really wants to get out there and help former NFL players who now have head injuries as well.
It's always great to see Bernie.
He's doing good work.
Thanks, Chris.